Hi, I'm Marshall Cohen. I'm with Antonini Cohen Immigration Law Group. And in this installment of Immigration for You, I'd like to talk about a question that I receive quite often, and that is, what is the difference between deportation proceedings and removal proceedings? The short answer is there is no difference. Prior to 1997, there were two types of proceedings. There were exclusion proceedings and deportation proceedings. Exclusion proceedings were for people who presented themselves at the border or were caught within a certain distance of the border. In other words, for an exclusion proceeding, legally you have not entered the United States, even though you may be here physically. Deportation proceedings were for people who were in the United States and either committed a crime or somehow became subject to a ground of deportability. Those people were placed in deportation proceedings. After passage of the Illegal Immigration Reform and Immigrant Responsibility Act on September 24, 1996, the two proceedings, exclusion proceedings and deportation proceedings, merged into one type of proceeding called removal proceedings. So now, if you're in removal proceedings, depending on your circumstances, you can be subject to a ground of inadmissibility or a ground of deportability. So when someone says they're in deportation proceedings now, what they're really saying is that they're in removal proceedings because, as I mentioned, removal proceedings now encompasses grounds of inadmissibility and deportability.